race in the Peel P50. For those of you who don't know, it is the smallest car that is in the game. It's the very famous car from Top Gear that you saw Jeremy Clarkson driving around in. It is coming to the game.
Fucking movement going fast is like. That part sucks about being short.
All right, guys, so sorry that I look like a mess right now. I was actually just working on my dad's truck outside. So the drift event was yesterday. I just wanted to state that my GoPro sucks, big time. It started like having like little seizures and turning on and flickering, and it just got so stressful trying to use it because I couldn't record anything that I just threw it in the back seat and I just kept driving. So as you guys can see, those are not at all my good laps, and I am by no means a pro, but I did get the hang of it later on in the day. So I think I'm going to be ordering another GoPro, so hopefully I can show you guys pretty much all I've improved in the next couple of drift videos. But man, it was...
Fuck. Are we live? Does this work yet? Please tell me this works. I hope it works. Alright, so. Get this crappy keyboard out of the way. All right. So today we have a box from DigiKey. And inside this box is going to be everything I need to turn the Bafang BBS HD from a 30 amp controller to a 60 amp controller. Also got some flux on my box cutter. Yuck. Gross. Flux on everything here. Can your helmet handle 60 amps? Hopefully. Well, I guess they sent me a bunch of confetti to make a new helmet out of.
Wait, the product could be in here.
Oh, MOSFETs and my shunt resistors. So here, I ordered 10 shunt resistors, and the reason I bought shunt resistors was that you can't program the BBS HD to work with, it won't work with anything higher than 30 amps, and it uses these 0.005 ohm shunt resistors. So what I did is I ordered some to replace what's in there. So in there right now are 2 shunt resistors in parallel. I'm going to put 4 in parallel. This way, when it thinks it's using 30 amps, it'll actually be using 60 amps because we'll have twice the current, twice the shunt resistor, no, half the shunt resistor resistance. And over here, because I don't trust those crappy MOSFETs that come in the BBS HD to handle it, we've gotten some better MOSFETs, and there weren't a lot left, so I've got the IRF B3077P-BF to replace the crap that it comes with. I forget the crap that it comes with, but we'll be checking that shortly. Let me see if I remember, or if I had it typed in. What was the original MOSFET? It was some junk. Yeah, the original was the P75NF. So we're going to be replacing the P75NF with these. And I got a couple of extras just in case I wind up putting it together on some blog on how to do this. Or if Paul wants to do it to his. Because I imagine Paul is going to want to do this to his. So here we've got our new MOSFETs. And oh, man, these are beautiful. So these have a lot less resistance than the stock BBS HD MOSFETs, meaning that even at the same amount of power usage, it should emit less heat, which is a very good thing, because the stock MOSFETs, based on their resistance, probably emit a lot of heat. So if I were to put this up on the screen right now, let's find that. Let's bring these both up on mouse or DigiKey. All right, so if I bring that up on the screen, so check this out. Our drain source resistance, 3.3 ohms on the new ones, and on the old ones, Drain source resistance is 34 milliohms versus 3.3. So the old MOSFETs have 10 times the resistance as the old ones. Let me say that again. These MOSFETs have 10% the resistance of the old MOSFETs. So regardless of even doing the mod, these are going to run a lot cooler. Now the fun part, which is getting this stuff off of my bike again. So this is my bike. Yeah, you can make fun of me for buying a Schwinn. I know, everybody likes to shit on Schwinn. I like this. I like the Searcher. I think the Searcher 2 is a lovely bike. So this is what I have over here. It's the Schwinn Searcher 2. And I'm going to have to take off the crank arm so I could take off the chain ring so that I could take off the controller using the bike toolkit, which is under the thermal camera, because we use that as to fix motherboards every day here at Rossmann Repair. Did you check the gate charge and something in addition or whatever? It's important. I'm sure if it's important that we'll notice when it blows up on the desk. What do you mean check things? Why check things when you can solder it together? What the hell's wrong with you all? All right. So, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Just what you wait and see. Paul's running away. He doesn't. All right, so one of these tools is going to be the tool that you use to remove the crank arm. I think it's this thing. Is it this thing?
What? Yeah, it's that thing.
This thing?
Yeah.
How does this thing go?
Screw that in there. No, you have to unscrew that first.
Oh, duh, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm retarded. All right.
So, under the microscope, you can't really see the scratches.
Too much MacBook repair makes you a terrible bike repairman. This is going to be fun. Also, this lighting is silly. There we go. I'm back to a normal color. All right. Do we have a cameraman? We could probably use a camera person. Let's see, how far can you move this thing? Fuck. I'll get a battery. Here, camcorder battery. Sorry, Paul. Wrong one. My wrist is still kind of healing, so I'm going to be pretty slow and weak with this part. Both of my wrists are actually killing me. That's my new Lecky chain wheel. Thank you very much to the person who sent this to me, by the way. I really appreciate it. Thing's amazing. Alright, so I'm not going to use a hammer to remove this anymore. Because I've been informed that that's very stupid. I'm going to try and be at least a pretend mechanic here. I think this gets screwed in here. I forget how this thing works, actually.
Now loosen up the small one a lot. And then screw the big one in.
Oh, I get it. Here we go. And then my crank arm should fall off. So what do you do when you loosen up the tiny one a bunch?
Now you once the big one's tight, then you tighten up the little one. No, you tighten up the little one now, all the way in.
And then the crank arm should fall off?
Yes.
Not a pedal bar?
No.
I need a wrench. Actually, we have wrenches here. Oh.
Where's your real wrenches?
Gee, yeah, I bought a real wrench set. Why am I using an adjustable? This is shameful. I really should be using my new wrench. This is shameful. I actually got a really nice set of Craftsman wrenches. And I'm using this adjustable bullshit. Disgusting. All right, my pedal bar, crank arm, has now come off. Now we got to take off the chain wheel. Ow! I'm getting old. I sit down and the first thing I think is ow. Not this one. This one. Not that one. I always forget which one goes to what. What end result does he want? More power. Carpat, thank you. Good day. Good day to you, sir, Mr. Zoltan. I promise I will not use YouTube as my spitting bucket, as you have so wisely advised in other people's comment section. Desolder the chain wheel. Why would I desolder that? I like this Lecky wheel. I got a Luna one, but I got the blue one, which looks kind of silly on this bicycle. All right. Oh, what comes next? So we want the controller, which is this thing. Whoops. Ahem, camcorder. Jesus Christ. Don't you go all stormy on me.
October 23rd is Just Dance 2019.
That's right, the #1 year to Just Dance.
Yeah, and
In
it's...
case you're tired of scooting, it's time to Just Dance.
Now, what do you think that if there were a Venn diagram of people who are excited about Red Dead Redemption 2 and people who are excited about Just Dance 2019, would you say that's like, is that like how far away do you think the circles are?
I think those things could not be further apart, and that's why Ubisoft's E3 press conference every year is baffling and confusing.
If there is any one
All right, day 3 here at Grid Life. Last night was a interesting night. You know, me and Ben don't really drink, so we were just hanging out, but it was wild. People were getting crazy. A lot of crazy, interesting, and just crazy things happen. If you're here, you know what I'm talking about. You've probably seen or saw all of them. From like 3 different people who were in 3 different places, there's like 3 different crazy stories from the evening. So I'm tired today. It's just been a long weekend. We're gonna drive the first session and then load up and go. I'm already getting packed up just so I'm ready to go when the session's done. Load my car up, head out so we get home, you know, at a reasonable time. They has like a leak or something that he's worried about, so he doesn't want to chance it. So we'll probably just be driving solo, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. You don't have your wristband on.
Yeah, where's your wristband, guys? I need to see some wristbands, all right?
All weekend. Wristband
and
patrol.
some pants.
He is the professional wristband patroller. We are loaded up. Everything's ready to go. All right, guys, we are back from Grid Life. We're actually back into the swing of things. I'm editing this video now, and huge shout out to Mr. Steele FPV. He has a YouTube channel and an Instagram. I'll link both below. But he shot all that amazing drone footage, and I've seen a lot of these people who fly the fast drones film footage of drifting, and you know, it's always like rad because they're close, but a lot of times they have trouble getting, like, it's hard to explain, like getting a good shot to where you can see what's going on. You know, just kind of constantly having to, you know, do weird stuff to catch back up, whereas him, he like understands drifting enough, know how to set the shot up and stay super close but still get like a really rad shot. It was really cool. Very grateful that he was willing to send me that footage so I could share with you guys. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go give him a follow. I won't make this too long, but it was a blast. I mean, Grid Life is always a lot of fun. Nick Swan kills it with running a great grid and great drift setup. Chris with the whole event. I mean, Greg, like all the people that make that event possible. It is a phenomenal event. It is the best event I've ever been to. There's always something going on. There's always something to do. There's always shenanigans. It's at a beautiful track, like tons of great drivers. And this year we got a lot of drive time. I probably didn't put a quarter of the amount of driving we did in the video because I'm trying not to make it too long. And we just got so much driving in and downhill in the S's. It was so much fun. It was nuts in our cars. I mean, they were gripping up, running out of power. Just an overall great weekend. We almost tandemed with Osbo, which would have been really cool, but I'm sure we'll get the chance to do it again. What else? Yeah, now we're back to the swing of things. We're working on the house, working on the shop. Ideally, by the end of the week, we'll be able to start working on cars again. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Who's moving on? Who's going against Odie in the top 16? We're about to find out. Peter initiates. Dean right there. Around that first front clip. Now into that second. Coming into view of the judges' naked eye. Out to that touch and go goes both the drivers. Punting. Whoa! Dean Carney tries to throw some angle at it. Ends up biting him and has to straighten out. So Peter Visick will have a major advantage here. Again, this is the second half of this battle. If you can recall, Dean Carney, we just talked about spinning the same place that Austin Meeks did. The winner of this battle to go against birthday boy Odie Bakshish in that Falcon Tires S chassis as Dean Carney initiates in that turbocharged Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper on Achilles tires. Peter Visick tucks into Smokey. You barely see him as he jumps back out. Now transitioning into outside sweeper. Peter Visick going off as Visick goes into the dirt.
It's round 3, deep in the south, at the infamous Road Atlanta, and things are heating up as we have had 2 rounds of the Formula Drift Championship. Frederick Osbo and Chris Forsberg jumped out to early victories at Long Beach and Orlando, but James Dean wants to defend his crown, and hard-charging Christoph Splush is making a run for his first ever victory. Who's going to be the king in the south? Let's go inside the competition, only on Formula Drift Insider. Before the ferocious fight begins in Atlanta, let's take a look back at round 2 in Orlando and see what the drivers thought of this exciting round.
Coming out of Orlando, facing James in the top 16, it was tough. You know, we gave it our best shot and ended up coming in contact with the wall, and it put me out of the competition. We fixed the car at the track, got it all ready for Atlanta, and you know, we're coming out strong for Atlanta.
Last event, Orlando. Yeah, this was a tough round for all of us, we can say. It was very hard temperatures, track was very rough for the cars also. We have few bumps which we try to prepare for, you know, and we have to adjust the car expect a really good punch from the ground. But in general, I would say we are pretty happy overall. I managed to get to the top 8. I was knocked out by Chris Forsberg.
Orlando was a bittersweet roller coaster ride. We started off pretty well, qualifying number 1 with a score of 99, and that's the best qualifying effort we've ever done. So really happy about that. But getting into day 2 and starting to chase these guys, I found out I was really struggling. We couldn't quite hang, especially through the second half of the course. And ultimately, that was where we lost out in the semifinals.
Last event, Orlando Speedway, was overall really good for us. We managed to qualify second with a 97-point run just behind Asbo, who got 99, which was incredible. So everyone was pushing extremely hard in Orlando. All qualifying scores were high. You could see that people were risking everything to, you know, fight for that top spot. Moving on into the battles, we got all the way to the final. We met Chris Forsberg in the finals, and I did my lead run first, stuck it on the wall, did a really sweet lead run, felt great from the inside, and while I went to chase him, so he took off the start line through the chicane. I was following him, he initiated, I initiated. I was just starting to close on him, and on counter steer, my power steering let go. So I tried to turn back in right into the corner, but it all happened so fast that before I knew it, I was stuck in the wall. So power steering failed, power steering pump, so that kind of finished the day off for us. But Could have been a lot worse. As it happened in the final, we still got on the podium with a second place finish, and if it happened earlier in the event, it would have been a lot worse.
Last round went pretty good. We got the win, Formula Drift Round 2, Orlando, and Orlando's actually been pretty good to us when we started thinking about it after the event was over. We've been on the podium 3 out of the 4 times that we've gone there, last year being the only time that we missed it, getting lost in the smoke through the center transition, which is what one of the biggest downfalls of that track is, just so much smoke, and if you transfer in the wrong spot, you get left behind and you lose. And so that got us last year, but this year came back and got the win. We had the drive on everybody out there, and it was all in the setup in the car, and we worked tirelessly on that thing all in the off season. I put 4 months straight into that car myself, just cutting, grinding, welding with Dylan helping me out. We feel confident in the car. It's the best chassis I've ever had, and it's good to know that and say that, knowing that I was turning wrenches and working on it as well with the rest of the team. So it's good to just feel a part of a great result and having everybody working together, and we did. And the car it's everything I want it to be right now.
Formula Drift Insider on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Blackmagic. Own your shine. By Gum Out, Science in, Performance out. By Air Force, Aim High. And by the Formula Drift app. Download the FD app in the iOS or Android store now.
Braselton, Georgia, Road Atlanta, where Formula Drift began just 15 years ago. One of the best rounds, not only for the fans, but also the drivers.
Back in Road Atlanta, yeah, this is a cool track. I love the atmosphere, I love the fans, I love how the attitude we can say on the track. It's really enjoyable. It has its cool factor, let's say. The track is tricky. It looks very easy from the live stream, but when you are in the car, there are a few elevations which really unsettles the car when you play with them in the wrong way. But yeah, it takes a few laps for me to get comfortable, to get used to the track. But so far it looks good. I hope that I will be able to stay in, let's say, this zone in which I was able to put myself in, but we'll see. It's not easy, definitely.
Yeah, Road Atlanta is gotta be one of my favorite tracks, just all encompassing the pits, the fans, the viewing, the track, just every bit about it is almost perfect. There's other tracks that are, maybe a little more fun to drive, or maybe it's a little better competition-wise. Maybe there's more fans out of Irwindale, but Atlanta just has it all. And so it's also the very first Formula Drift event back in 2004. I was out here, a couple of the guys that are still running were out here, and it's cool to see it still going and for it to continue to grow every year.
Yeah, so we managed to get first place here in Road Atlanta last year. It was a big challenge. I think last year we had some struggles, mainly in the lead position on this track, and that's what I'm really focusing on today and this weekend, is trying to get those high-scoring lead runs. So in the chase position, we felt very comfortable here last year. So obviously want to push hard in the chase as well. But if we can combine both, I think that's what it's gonna take to try to make it all the way to the podium.
It's funny, we're here in Atlanta and leading the championship again. It was the same thing last year, and then we had a really tough blow. And it's been 2 years in a row where we haven't been able to put it together here in Atlanta. And I think it's written all over my face. I want to end that curse. I want to get back on the box here in Atlanta. And it is one of my favorite tracks. I just got to figure it out.
The drivers' meeting begins, and just like that, it's over. It's go time. The drivers' eyes are on the prize. First up, Justin Pollock has a bye with his #1 qualification. We'll see him next in top 16. Next up, OG, original Gucci, Ken Gucci, takes out Matt Kaufman in his V8-powered S13. Third battle in sees Kyle the Menace Mohan. The lone rotary in competition gets taken out by the Polish powerhouse of Peter Visek.
So after one more time with Kyle Mohan, judges give me the win, so I was very happy about it. I was trying to push him a bit harder, and probably thanks to that I managed to win.
Just finished up my top 32 battle with Van Kirk, and it was pretty smooth overall. He made some mistakes following me, which allowed me to play it a bit safe, chasing him, and couldn't ask for, you know, a more solid battle in top 32.
Another bye run is rewarded to James Dean, the defending champion. His next stop, top 16.
So yeah, my qualifying finish of 20th put me up against Vaughn Gittin Jr. in top 32, which is, you know, my longtime friend, Drift Alliance teammate. And Vaughn had a couple compromises as well as my chase lap, so we went one more time. So we went out for one more time. My chase lap was a lot better than the first one, but I still had a gap that I had to make up, and then I finished really strong and clean. Vaughn had a couple extra compromises than I did, and that's pretty much just what gave me the win. But our cars, it was an awesome battle. He actually bumped me and pushed me up the hill into outer zone 2, so it was, you know, we were close and we were duking it out. It was a good time.
Hey, you said it was just a clip. That was pretty much it. What clip? You. What clip? What happened? The inside clip on turn 1. Biddy say he's like, dude, that was probably the only deciding factor. Yeah. Because you just clipped it. Oh, really? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought maybe what I was told was you pulled me. I saw you too. You pulled me a little bit at the end of the turn.
My 32 battle was against Lawrence. I think he's the rookie. I knew that I had to put my best lead run. I did small mistake in outer zone 2. Dropped the tire a little bit out in the dirt, but otherwise it was a pretty good run. And then my chase run, that was really shaky because I think he debated the tire already after turn 1, and then he was struggling to keep the car in the race, in the course, and I was like trying just to stick behind him, and yeah, it was a challenge, but and then he lost the tire, and luckily we advanced top 16, so looking forward for the next battle.
We just finished our top 32 battle here at Road Atlanta against Jeff Jones, and it was a tough battle. You know, 2 more times. We went back and forth. I made a mistake. He made a mistake. At the end of it, the second one more time, he ended up losing a belt and a pulley and was unable to finish his second run, and I was awarded the victory.
After a strong qualification, Daijiro Yoshihara has the fast pass in the top 16.
I think for me, my lead run was pretty solid. I filled zone 1 exactly how I needed to. Did have a little bit of a mistake at the touch and go where I dropped a tire, so I have to really make sure I don't do that in future battles because that could cost me a battle. But as far as my follow, I applied pressure when I needed to, backed off when I had to, got the win.
Just finished up our top 32 battle with Taylor Hull. He's debuting his all-new Cadillac, and that thing it's a big car out there. It looks good, it's getting sideways, but it was one of the cars that was maybe not as quick up the hill. He was not able to keep up with us through outer zone 1 into outer zone 2, and we had a little bit of an advantage after our lead run. On the chase, we were able to stick with him, push him through the course, and he went 2 tires off actually in outer zone 2, which was the probably biggest deficit to his run, and we got the win.
My car's fast, his car's fast, so we went out there. I led the first lap, initiate, just about to get back on throttle for the first inside clip, and Dean hits me, nails me in the door, hits me twice, pushes me off in the dirt. So come back in, check the car, the toe's knocked out, get it back as good as we can, get back out there, and now I'm in the follow position. Follow Dean down the hill, and he throws it in hard and over-rotates, drops the front wheel in the dirt. I think he broke his front suspension off the car. I almost hit him. Just insane. I think that's the least amount of driving I've ever done to win a battle, and also probably some of the craziest stuff.
With minimal drivers showing up, top qualifiers advance on, including Frederick the Norwegian Hammer Osbo. Rad Dan Burkett takes on Jonathan Castro, and in a crazy turn of events, Jonathan Castro ends up dropping a wheel and getting the loss against Dan Burkett. Burkett moves on. Chelsea Denofa and his Mustang goes against Taguchi, a Formula Drift rookie from Japan. The Mustang is too much to handle for the GTR. A battle of S14 sees Austin Meeks go against Alec Honordale. The South Carolina driver gets taken out by the Floridian. More Formula Drift Insider when we come back.
Formula Drift Insider on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Nexen Tire. Driving tomorrow. By NOS. With Complex 6 for high performance energy and enhanced mental focus. And by Falcon Tires.
Road Atlanta. 15 years of history. Another page and another chapter will be written tonight under the lights. The 16 drivers hear their names echoing through this iconic track. Next stop, head-to-head in top 16.
Justin Pollock qualified first for this round, and I knew he was carrying a lot of momentum going into the battles. So since he had a bye run, maybe that kind of threw him off. I don't know, but I knew I would have to go just right on his door from the entry all the way to the finish. But he made a slight mistake on outer zone 2 going off course, and I actually kind of bumped him because of that. But we ended up taking the win. The whole thing was kind of a blur, but we are in the grade A, so I'm really excited.
Overall, Peter got the win. You know, I had to chase him on our first battle, and everything went really well. I did get blinded by smoke, but I just kept my foot in it and used muscle memory transition when the smoke clear was right back on his door, so I think that went phenomenal. When we switched and I led, you know, I guess Peter did a really good job following me, and you know, he's just a solid driver, really hard to beat, and it's tough to be matched up with a driver like that this early on in the competition. So luck didn't go our way this time around, and bummed out about it, but I hope the best for Peter, and you know, I think he might win this whole event.
I had to make some small compromises to stay close. Went one more time after a very close first battle and second battle. I think he missed an inside clip, and I think I won it based on my lead run. So it was very close, but we're moving on. Top 8.
Forrest Wang and Kristaps Blush see multiple one more times. Eventually, Kristaps gets the win.
We stayed next to his door and all the way to the horseshoe, and coming down the, coming back to the start orientation. So I stayed next to his door. So I think, but the second part was better way than his, and that's how we pulled through, and we're on top 8.
It was a really good battle. You know, we both had actually, you know, slight mistake, but you know, other than that, I was really stick into his door, like less of the track. So I guess that's the reason why I moved on. But I think it could have been one more time. It was a really tight battle, but you know, it is what it is. I'll take it.
Yeah, I just ran against Forsberg, followed first, and not really sure what happened on initiation. Felt like maybe I had too much grip in the car. Tried to initiate, it didn't feel like it went, so I threw it a little more. Had too much angle, scrubbed way too much speed, and just played catch up the whole run.
On the chase, it was same thing. I just wanted to make sure he didn't get too far away from me. I gave him a little too much room in turn 1, but as soon as we flicked into the uphill outer zone 1, we were just right on his door and pushed him all the way up into outer zone 2, and that's what the judges want to see. That's that car. Had too much angle, scrubbed way too much speed, and just played catch up the whole run. On the chase, it was same thing. I just wanted to make sure he didn't get too far away from me. I gave him a little too much room in turn 1, but as soon as we flicked into the uphill outer zone 1, we were just right on his door and pushed him all the way up into outer zone 2, and that's what the judges want to see. That's that commitment that they're looking for. So the car's fast, it's feeling great, and so we're gonna keep on going.
Brad Dan Burkett has probably my favorite car in this whole field, and that is a Supra, which lies very close to my heart. And we qualified well here, so I led first. Put down close to our qualifying round, really happy with that, and he wasn't able to match it.
Then on my lead lap, we're talking about Frederick, so he was right there the whole time. I tried to do my best, and maybe he'll make an error, but it's Frederick, so very few errors with that guy. He's a great driver.
It's always going to be rowdy going against Chelsea Denofa, but he qualified a little bit higher, so he got to lead first. Threw it in right on his door, felt good. Going up the hill, kind of straightened up a little bit going into the keyhole. After that, immediately back on his door, and it was just a clean run after that.
I mean, we just went out there and gave it all the car had, and I drove it like a maniac, and it was pretty good. We ended up making it through. You know, the team's been working great. Every time they make a call on the setup, it's on point, and it's getting to be pretty wild out there.
Fresh sets of tires and more Formula Drift Insider when we return.
Formula Drift Insider on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Black Magic. Own your shine. By Gum Out, Science In, Performance Out. And by Nitto Tire, fueled by enthusiasts.
The first battle of the Grade 8 is upon the fans. Eagle are waiting to find out who goes into the Final Four and eventually the finals. You see Piotr Visek go against Ken Gushi.
Grade 8 battle against Piotr. He just had a better chase when I was leading, and I wasn't able to mimic his line when I was chasing him for the first run. So, I mean, it is what it is. We were a little bit down on speed, so we just got to find a little bit more grip. and hopefully up the ante for New Jersey. But really excited for us, considering we had a really up and down emotional roller coaster today, starting off with the top 32 battles.
Feels really good, really good. As I said, probably those few one more times this first bank helped me out to get in the mood, and everything was perfect. My chase run, maybe there was some bubbles, but lead run was a perfect 100% run, and I was all in all the zones and where I need to be, and I pull a gap even. I cannot be even more happy.
FD veterans Chris Forsberg and Dio Shihara do battle.
First run, we're coming down the hill. He flicked in pretty early, and our car started to hook up a little bit, but I got back on the power, and we went nose to tail in the transfer and just went right up on his rear wheel all the way up the hill. And it got a little sketchy for a second. I actually had to jump back on the throttle in the high gear, 5th gear, because didn't even have enough time to knock it down to 4th. So we got big wheel speed there, and then down the 4th, and then down the 3rd for the tight part, and then rolling back through the gears. He had a little bit of a gap through the very last turn because it's such a sketchy corner. It's a white out. You don't want to throw your car off the track or even into the wall. I gave him a little too much room, maybe a 1-2 car length gap for the very final turn.
You're fast. You're fast. I gotta figure out how you go that fast. So dinner's on me.
No, I owe you dinner.
No!
Winner buys. That's how it works.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a tight, heated battle against two fan favorites, Frederick Osbo and Chelsea Denofa.
I led first, put down a pretty good qualifying run, but he was right there on my door and I could tell he was there. Now for my chase, he messed up. I could tell he was going off track, way too shallow in turn 1, way too shallow in turn 3. I stuck it to him through the latter part of the track, and that was it.
The Final Four begins. Two international drivers, Christoph Blusch and Piotr Visek.
Initiation, Piotr was so close on the initiation, so there's all over the Falcon tire marks on my all rear, left side, but once after that, obviously, and I'm the guy who is gonna lift off. I'm just gonna keep going full throttle all the way, and I pull a gap, probably, 3-5 car lengths, and he made a mistake on the finish line, sort of like partly spun or something, and we're in finals. There are like two champs on the start line. See who we got. We took out one. Maybe we have a chance to do it again.
On the other side of the bracket sees two champions, Frederick Osbo versus Chris Forsberg.
So I led first, having qualified better, put down a pretty good lead run, but Forsberg was right there. Then Steph told me over the radio that he made a couple sacrifices behind me. We go to his lead. He runs a little bit shallow. The judges didn't like that. Here we are moving into the finals.
And like that, the finals are set. Frederick Osbo going against Christoph Blusch. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride, meaning that Christoph Blusch has never had a win at a Formula Drift event. Frederick Osbo has had many. Christoph Blusch wants to taste victory, but it's going to be a hard-fought battle.
Yeah, in the first one more time, I knew I had to push a little bit harder, especially in the second part of the course, but actually in the initiation already the kind of action happened. I hit the Frederick's door, and I'm glad he stayed in the throttle, and we managed to finish the course, and I think I was more consistent. I had to do my best, and it happened, so we are first, finally.
15 years of Formula Drift history is in the books here at Road Atlanta. The Latvian driver takes a bow and gets what's his, the win. In association with Formula Drift, this has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
Almost made a mistake, but managed to pull it off.
Well, I knew he had the pace, going into this round in the top 16, but I just tried to stay calm and collected in the battle. But once he hit me in his lead, that's when I completely lost it. And it was just a matter of being clean and consistent from there on out. So I guess it was just him making the mistake, which gave us the win. So I just got to make sure that I keep my pace up for the next couple of battles.
We'll see what other drivers can keep the pace when we return to more Formula Drift Insider.
Formula Drift Insider on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Black Magic. Own your shine. By Gum Out, Science In, Performance Out. And by Nitto Tire, fueled by enthusiasts.
Some of the best fans in the drifting biz await to find out who will get the win between the Falcon Tires Roush Performance Ford Mustang and three-time champion in the NOS Energy Drink 370Z of Chris the Force Forsberg. It was a hard-fought battle that went one more time.
So we did it one more time, we come back around, and all of a sudden we started losing sync with our crank trigger sensor. And so with that, we got the one pass out, but we definitely lost sync halfway through the run and the car was losing power. We come back around for the second run and the car actually stalled leaving the line, and we call our 5 minutes to come in and pull it, but technically since we left the line and the car stalled, it's a break. So that's it for us.
The bank in the transition where things got a little weird. He pulled the handbrake there. He usually does that, but the judges saw that as a slowdown, and I kind of popped through the smoke, was on four-wheel brakes, locked it up, and ran into him, but we got the win. But there's a price to pay for that, because now we're thrashing on the car. Hopefully it's nothing major and just a tie rod, and we'll be back out there for the top 4.
Apparently I shut down a little early coming through the finish line. Didn't shut.
The Formula Drift Championship.
to go back. Deja vu, I've just been in this place before. Higher on the street, and I know it's my time to go. Going new, and the search is a mystery. Standing on my feet, it's so hard when I try to be me. Whoa, deja vu, I've just been in this time before. Higher on the beat, and I know it's a place to go. Going new, and the search is a mystery. Standing on my feet, it's so hard when I try to be me. Yeah. Initial D.
Tonight we gonna
Some only ride with their crew, but all do it for the reputation. How you drive, it's up to you.